Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. So I apologise in advance, I have a cold, so you're just going to have to deal with that. I'm sorry, my voice is going to be a bit meh. So, this video is going to be about designing your own fantasy currencies. So, let's get started. So this is an example of some coins I found on Osborne Coinage. I will leave a link to them in the description. They're really good, so check them out. So, when you're designing coins, there's a couple of things you need to think about. Bear in mind, the pricing needs to be accurate to the material. You don't want to be making golden pennies, because that's just not going to work. The gold is going to cost way too much, and you're only making something that's worth 1 pence. Now, the production cost needs to be low. If you're spending ages on perfectly refining these coins, then you're going to start running into problems. Like, if you're making 10p, and it's costing 20p to make it, that's not going to work. So the number of coins, you don't want a super complicated system like the Greeks and the Romans had, because it's just confusing and hard to use, and I've no clue why they ever did that. So you want to use interesting and durable materials. You got to get a good balance of both. So if you want to find this beautiful blue shiny copper thing, is that gonna bend when you put pressure on it, or is it gonna be super solid? So you gotta find a perfect balance of both. And finally, iconicity. You want it to be iconic, you want it to be clearly recognisable, like use national colours, use the heads of like national leaders, of that kind of thing. So a good example of this is Gondor's Castar and Tharni from The Lord of the Rings. So a Castar looks like this and is worth 4 Tharnis. So when you're designing banknotes, you've got to keep in mind the portability of it. If this is a massive banknote the size of an A4 sheet of paper, you're going to run into problems. It's just too hard to carry around. Again, iconicity, you want it to just look really nice and visually appealing, and just, it works. Durability. Like what the UK did with making polymer notes, you just want to make sure they're not breaking. However, if your society doesn't have access to that, well, that's just going to have to be something you deal with. You have bad notes. Or maybe just don't do notes in general. Fraud resistance. However advanced your society is, use something to make sure frauds can't recreate the currency, because that's bad and it causes inflation and it causes people to get tons of fake money that you don't know about. Advancement based on society. If you're living in a futuristic society, you want your notes to represent that. They need to be clean, beautiful, and they need to flow, they need to work. But if you're living in a medieval setting, then maybe your notes are going to be either you don't have notes, or they're going to be quite frail and easily breakable. And again, simplicity, you want them to be simple and elegant. So I had a go at designing my own banknotes. The currency tarivia, which I have made up. This is the 1 tarivia, with 1 dot in the middle. This is the 2 with 2 lines. This is the 3 with a dot and 2 lines, which add up to 3. And this is finally the 5 with a dot and 2 lines. So, in general, when you're designing currency, you want to bear in mind that you can only use the available resources. If you want to find this shiny platinum material from miles away, it would be very cool and expensive and extravagant for your currency, but it's going to be really hard to get. So again, you just need to find a perfect medium. Importance. If you're living in a futuristic society where a better option has been found, like they're doing in the modern day with cryptocurrencies, then maybe your notes and coins are only secondary. Like, if a better option isn't available, you're going to have to use these coins. They're just there in case that's not an option. If your society's number system is base 6, and if you don't know what that means, I'll leave a link to it in the description, then your coinage also needs to be base 6, or your currency. So for example, my tarivia is base 6, it goes 1, 2, 3, 5. And then when you start to count higher numbers of tarivia, then you go to 6, but it's not another symbol. You need to look up what base means if you don't know it. And again, iconicity, you want it to be iconic. So, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and it was helpful, and I will be happily making more currency videos in the future, so let me know what you think of it, and I will see you guys later. Bye!